Hello, this is Dr. Do again. This video is outside of medicine. Continue the book, the Iliad by Homer. I'm going to continue to read it. And the cry pierced Menelaus deeply, torn now as he probed his own great heart. What can I do? If I leave this splendid gear and desert Patroclus, who fell here fighting, all to redeem my honor, won't any comrade curse me, seeing me break away? But if I should take on Hector and Hector's Trojans, alone in single combat, trying to save my pride, won't they encircle me one against so many? This flashing Hector has all Troy at his back, but why debate, my friend? Why thresh things out? When you fight a man against the will of the gods, a man they have sworn to honor, then look out, a heavy wave of ruins about to overwhelm you. Surely no Achaeans will curse me, seeing me now, giving ground to Hector. Since fighting Hector's flanked by God Almighty, if only I knew where Ajax could be found, that man with his ringing war cry. We two together would go back to the melee, calling up our fury, even fighting the teeth of every god on high, and haul the body back to Achilles. Somehow things are bad, but that would be the best. Working it out, his heart racing as on they came. Waves of Trojan soldiers, and Hector led them in, and Ajax gave ground. He left the corpse, but kept on turning around to face an attack. Like a great bearded lion and the dog, the field hands drawn back from the foes, with spears and sharp cries, and the brave, battling heart in his chest freeze tight, and the big cat, all reluctance, pulls back from the sheds. So the red-haired captain backed away from Patroclus' corpse, but wheeled at bay when he reached his waiting allies, glancing round and round for Ajax's massive hawk. All at once, on the left flank, he marked him, scoring companions, urging him to fight, for Phoebus had filled each man with quaking fear. Ajax went to the run and reached him, shouting, "Ajax, hurry, my friend, this way, fight for dead Patroclus. At least we could bring his body back to Achilles. Stripped as Patroclus is, but not Achilles' armor, Hector with that flashy helmet had seized it all." So he roused the fury in battling Ajax's heart, and down the front he stalked with the red-haired king. Hector, tearing the famous armor of Patroclus, tugged hard at the corpse, mad to hack the head from the neck with bronze, and dragged the trunk away to gloat the dogs of Troy. But in charged Ajax, shield like a tower before him, and Hector, falling back on a crowd of comrades, leaped to his chariots, flinging the burnished gear to his waiting troops to haul away to Troy. Trophies to be his own enormous glory, but Ajax shielded Patroclus round with his broad buckler, stood fast now like a lion, cornered round his young. When hunters cross him, leading his cub through woods, he ramps in all the pride of his power, bristling strands and heavy folds of his forehead, frowning down his eyes. So Ajax stood his ground over brave Patroclus now, the fighting Ajax right beside him, standing fast, his grief mounting every waiting moment. But Glaucus, Hippolochus' son, the lord of Lycia's force now, scowled at Hector, lashing out at him. "Hector, our prince of beauty, in battle all a sham, the empty glory of yours running glory. A screwing girl sat there. Now you'd better plan how to save your city, you alone and your native troopers born in Troy. Not a single Lycian goes fight the Ajax, not to save your Troy. What lasting thanks for us, for warring with your enemies, on and on, no end? What hope was the common soldier in your ranks, to be saved by your Hector, your heart of irons? If you could quit Sarpedon, your guest and friend in arms, abandon there is a chariot fit for the Ajax north, Think what a staunch support Sarpedon was to you and to all Troy while the man was still alive. Now you lack the daring to save him from the dogs. So now, if any Lycian troops will obey my orders, home we go, and headlong death can come and topple Troy. If the children had that courage, unswerving courage, that fierce men who fight for their own country, beating their enemies down in war and struggle, then we could drag Patroclus back to Troy at once. If we could haul him from battle, dead as he is, and lodge him behind King Priam's looming walls, our enemies would release Sarpedon's gear at once, and then we could bring his body back to Troy. For the man we cut down here was the loyal friend of Prince Achilles, far the greatest among the Argive ships, and at his command go rugged fighters hand to hand. But you, with enemy war cries ringing in your ears, you lack the nerve to go up against great Ajax, that fierce heart to look him straight in the eyes. Fight the man head on. It's a better man than you. With a dark glance from under his flashing helmet, Hector lashed back. Glaucus, such brazen insolence from a decent man like you. But why? Oh, too bad. And I always thought you excelled the rest in sense, all who hail from Lycia's fertile soil. But now, you fill me with contempt. What are you saying? You tell me that I cannot stand up to monstrous Ajax? I tell you, I never cringe at war and thundering horses, but the will of Zeus will always overpower the will of man. Zeus, who strikes fear in even the bravest man of war and tears away his triumph, all in the lightning flash. And at other times you will spare a man to battle. Come on, my friend, stand by me, watch me work. See if I prove a coward down to dusk your claim, or I stop some Argive blazing in all his power, from fighting on to shield Patroclus' corpse. With that he loosed a thrill cry to his Trojans, Lycius, Dardan, fighters hand to hand. Now be men, my friends, call up your battle fury. I will strap on the brave Achilles' armor, burnished armor I stripped from strong Patroclus when I killed him. So he cried, and his own bronze helmet flashed, as Hector veered away from the heavy fighting, running after his men, and caught them quickly. They did not gun fat, and he ran with eager strides, as they bore Achilles' famous arms toward Troy. Standing far from the wall and all his heart breaking, Hector exchanged his armor, handling his own gear, to his battle-hunger troops, to return to holy Troy, and doomed the deathless arms of Peleus' son Achilles. Arms the gods of the sky once gave his loving father, and Peleus passed them on to his son when they grow older, but the son would not grow old in his father's armor. I'm going to stop here, continue next time. Thank you for watching.